Hello and welcome to another Record Women, where over the next 15 minutes we'll feature issues that are important to you. We'll also have the latest fashion news, showbiz headlines and celeb interviews. So here's what's coming up on today's programme. Meet the Buff Butlers, who are taking Scotland by storm. Bev chats to up-and-coming fashion designer Iona Crawford, and we catch up with the ballet dancer who has healing hands. First on today's show, male stripping is booming business across the UK. Every weekend in major cities up and down the country, women are paying to see men get naked. In Scotland, it seems it's the Buff Butlers who are causing a bit of a stir. Ladies, meet the Buff Butlers, who are ready and willing to meet your every need, whether you're having a cocktail party, a hen night or even a baby shower. The company was set up by Siobhan Scott and her fiancé John McCormick a year ago, and already demand for the boys has gone through the roof.
We provide guys to have a giggle with ladies, to serve drinks, to pose, to play games, really just entertain a crowd and get them on their feet and enjoy a party.
It seems to be more and more women are looking forward to these kind of parties. Have you seen a big rise in demand?
Definitely so. More the hen party season, talking May, June, July, it's really busy. Just women just like something different at their party, and just they like a bit of meat, basically. They just like a good looking guy there. I mean, the majority of women are out without their husbands, so they're just going to enjoy it. Right?
And how do you feel about being a Buff Butler?
It's kind of weird. It's like a different side to your personality. It's something I've never, before I started I never thought I'd ever do something like this. But I enjoy it. You're out socialising, you're not having to drink, so you're out, you can have a laugh with people. And well, my fiancée here basically pimps me out, so I can't complain.
And Siobhan, how do you feel about all these women ogling your fiancé?
Well, I love it. I take it as a compliment. John's obviously a fantastic looking guy and I'm proud to be with him. And you know, every girl deserves a bit of fun on their hen do or their birthday or their baby shower. So, you know, I'm just proud that we can provide that service and be the one that, you know, makes their party that extra bit special.
Parties involving the Buff Butlers can get pretty wild, but they say it's all in the name of fun.
There's usually a big whoop, or depends how much drink they've had when we get there. Usually it's a little bit subdued to begin with, but as they kind of get to know us and we start chatting with them, the drinks start to flow and they start biting our bums.
Everybody just have a laugh, a bit of banter, and we do some cheeky things. Like sometimes, like I get handcuffed and truth or dare and whatnot, and sometimes you get bite marks on your bum. You get sometimes, you know, bit of being whipped on a bum and just kinky stuff.
Women of all ages are demanding the services of the Buff Butlers, and who knows, they might be coming to a party near you. Now, Iona Crawford has gone from being a farmer's daughter to one of Scotland's hottest fashion designers. She's also just been appointed the creative director for Stirling 2014. Bev Lyons went along to meet her.
Now, 27 years old and you've already achieved so much. Tell us a little about what you've done already.
Okay, well, my brand was launched in 2007, just after I graduated from art school in Edinburgh. And yeah, I guess there's been quite a lot. It seems like just yesterday that I established.
Now it's gone down a treat, and I know we met initially in New York for the Tartan Week out there, and you made a big impression, didn't you? You managed to get massive deals with 2 manufacturing companies, Soft Furnishings.
Yep. I've been out in New York for a few seasons now, and just exploring the marketplace and attending some meetings and speaking with various people. The companies are Rio and Shalakshmi, and my line with them is Iona Crawford, The Art of Living.
That's fantastic, and you get the royalties from that. So that's just for starters. The Stirling 2014, what will that entail specifically?
I'm creative director for Stirling 2014, so I've moulded and shaped the design of a brand new brand for the city for 2014, and all the surrounding branding.
Now, what do you think it was that won you the chance to do all these kind of things? Because there's so many young designers about in Scotland, so what sort of advice would you give them?
I think it's about determination and perseverance, not being scared to ask questions, and not being scared to fail. but also not narrowing your options by saying all I can do and all I will do is fashion design. I think you've got to get out there and explore different other avenues.
How far are we going to go with this then, Iona? Are you, I mean, I'm trying to think, big designers, obviously Stella McCartney, but you get even bigger than her. You get, you know, your Pradas and your Gucci's and your Versace's. So are you going to go global?
Oh, I mean, I've always said that my main ambition is to gain international recognition as a designer. I don't know that I'll be a super brand, but I think if I can make some impact and gain further recognition in various markets around the world that I've had the pleasure of visiting and really keen to tackle, then that would be ultimate success.
Well, Bev joins me now. Iona Crawford there, she seems like a pretty switched on girl.
Oh, she is. I mean, she's very slight in stature, but she packs a lot of punch, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of her, particularly when she goes on the high street.
Yeah, we certainly will, Bev. Well, of course, this is the part of the show where we choose a woman who deserves some special recognition. Who have you gone for this week, Bev?
This week it has to be Val McDermid.
Yeah.
Val McDermid, I hear you ask. Well, she's the Scottish crime writer who also packs a bit of a punch. When it comes to the likes of, you know, writing well, a lot of these people turn out to be male, but Val McDermid is
very much female.
Very much female. She's in her 50s. She started writing when she was in her late 30s. She actually used to write for The Record, and she's now just about to be awarded a prize by Dundee University. That's an honorary law degree, a Doctor of Law that she's becoming, and it's about blinking time because she's written over 30 books in her time. She's sold over 10 million of them, and she really is one of these people that's put Scottish crime fiction on the map.
Yeah,
and she'll of course
has.
be appearing at the Bloody Scotland Writers event that's happening in September. So she's a great girl, Val McDermid.
She is our Woman of the Week. Bev, thank you for the moment. Now, Tama Barry is better known for being the star of Scottish Ballet, but within the last month he's hung up his dancing shoes and opened his own business. And as Bev will concur, women will be flocking there pretty soon. We all know Tama Barry is good with his feet, but now the New Zealand-born dancer is having to be good with his hands after opening up his own massage business at Glasgow's Radisson Hotel.
So I'm doing holistic massages, which are great for relaxation, deep tissue massage, which is fantastic for sports injuries and anything like that. Short 1 hour massages, which is great for business people or people that don't have a lot of time, and we can work on specific areas. And also hot stone massage, which I believe and I certainly feel is my favourite relaxation treat. So that one's pure treat.
For 5 years, Tama was the principal dancer at Scottish Ballet, where he starred in shows such as Romeo and Juliet. He says his experience of looking after his body helps in his new role.
I like to think that I bring the physicality though, and I bring that understanding of body and that understanding of movement. And so when people tell me, oh, I did this when I was running, or when I'm sitting at the computer, I'm like this, and if I'm wearing my high heels a lot because I'm at work, or I've been having to go to a lot of functions, so I've had to high heels and been standing a lot, I understand instinctively what's been happening in their body, so I can then take that and use that in the treatment that I give them.
After retiring just over a month ago, Tama says his career change was a big transition for him.
I think this is something that most people could relate to if they've been made redundant or have decided to leave their own career and move on to something else. You know, there is that constant thought sometimes that you would you're the safety of your last job and you knew it and it was yours and you were well aware of everything involved in it, whereas now it's a new adventure and things are different and you're taking on new challenges, and it's very, very exciting, but at the same time you're stepping way beyond your comfort zone.
Tama is now hoping his business will take off, and who knows, maybe even some of his fans will pop along for a visit. Bev rejoins me, and you looked as if you were enjoying that. I don't blame you.
It's a hard job, but you know, someone's got to do it. What can I say?
Lucky for some. Now, this is the part of the show where we talk about the showbiz making the headlines, and there's a lot to talk about. First of all, you were in the thick of the X Factor circus that came to Glasgow.
Yeah, no big tops, unless of course you count Nicole Scherzinger. Gary Barlow got the biggest amount of cheers. He's so popular with everybody. And Nicole Scherzinger brought the sunshine with her, I think, from LA. And of course Louis Walsh, you know, giving it a lot of chat as per, and Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah, Sharon Osbourne, because you filmed Sharon. She's back with a vengeance because you've actually filmed her, and this video has gone global. Here's what happened.
Sharon, what did you think about Lisa's arrest today?
She's not here to talk about that.
You can't say that! That won't look good on paper!
Come on, Sharon.
Is it true? Is it the truth?
Sharon Osbourne, Bev, as controversial as ever.
Well, you know, I mean, she is always controversial, but it was a weird one, you know. She came out of the hotel, I asked her the question, she answered, you could hear the gasps of the audience.
Yeah, no wonder.
And then, you know, I gave her the opportunity to say something else, and she just went, ah! And the X Factor people actually came over afterwards and said to me, oh, you know, what's your name? What publication do you write for? The spokesperson came up to me and said, you know, she heard a different question. She was answering a different question.
What people haven't seen in that video, just before that, there was no other question asked. You didn't put any other question to her.
Absolutely not. No other question. You know, you see what you see, and it's not been messed with in any way.
No.
So I just think it's Sharon trying to be a bit controversial again, you know? I mean, who knows? She knows herself what it's all about. Was she being controversial? Was she a little bit deaf? Did she not hear the question properly? Was it something else? Who knows?
Now, a bit of an uncomfortable read this week.
Yeah.
Stephen Fry and Paris Jackson, you know, what went on there, Bev?
Both of them have had attempted suicide. You know, they both attempted. Now, with Stephen Fry, you've got a situation where the guy had previously attempted suicide years ago. Do you remember when he was doing a play in the West End?
Yeah,
He went AWOL and he was found in this state. This time round, this happened in 2012. He was finishing a production on TV about coming out, about being gay, and how some people don't like it. And he was found in his hotel room, a mixture of drink and prescription pills. And he was saved, and he's now on good meds, we're told. So
yeah, he's in a better place.
He's taking care of it. He's in a better place. He's come out and he's told everybody about it. Paris Jackson, we're still to find out what it's all about.
Yeah,
but
sad story.
you know, it's clear she's 15 years old.
Only 15, and she's having
been
these
through her
thoughts.
father's death. She's been through the ensuing court case following that. You know, about what happened there exactly. She's gone through being famous in her own right. The media spotlight is on her. She seems to have had some sort of situation with somebody that's upset her, and she slit her wrist. So it's still yet to be discovered.
Well, another woman who was in the spotlight this week is Posh Spice. What has she won, Bev? And we can't quite believe it, to be honest.
Woman of the decade. Okay, so forget all your peace activists, your more deserving, I would imagine, people. Nope, it's Posh Spice that's done it because she's so charismatic.
She didn't even look happy when she got the award,
this
did
is
she?
The Glamour Awards.
Oh, no.
And I mean, okay, she's done great things in fashion. She has become a fashionista in her own right. Musically, she did great things. You know, she's a bit of a personality. She's a bit of a celebrity. But ultimately, does she deserve Women of the Decade? I'm not too sure.
And finally, Justin Bieber, he says he's going into space.
Yeah,
hopefully they'll leave him there.
He is. He's joining a whole host of people. You've got Lloyd Webber's ex-wife, Sarah Brightman. I think she's going into space
Brad
too.
Pitt, DiCaprio.
Brad Pitt. They're all there. It's a NASA kind of thing. Everybody said he's a bit of a NASA. There you go.
Well, if you've got a spare 120 grand, you could be on the plane too. Bev, thank you very much for joining me. Well, that's all I've got time for here at Record Women. Have a good day and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.